Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to our sort of regularly scheduled. There's a little bit of a delay, I know, in this month's Q&A, but I know all of you are aware of the amount of time we've really been dedicating in this ramp up of production we really had, right?
Yep.
Reaching the finish line on our PAX demos, which
It's our first big real milestone. Everything that you're going to be seeing is pretty close to what it'll be on live.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's we're doing things for real now. We're not R&Ding anymore. We're
Absolutely. I mean, the polish obviously still not there completely what we'll have it live,
Yeah.
but I would say it's probably about a quarter of the way polished for what live will look like.
Right.
We have some temporary effects that are in place. We have a temporary UI now that our
Yep.
alpha UI basically that's in place, which is really cool.
Yep. Feels good, man.
Yeah, it feels good. And then a lot of our animations for the four classes, for our four primary class archetypes, are up and
running.
Looking
good.
Ooh, it's looking good. And we'll show you guys some of that actually on the stream today, as well as a lot of work in progress, kind of just a look into what's going to be present at the demo at PAX, and then just get you guys. My mic's not on.
Yeah.
You've been talking
You're the
for
one
so
talking all the time.
long.
We're just like nodding along. Yeah.
My mic is on. Oh, hold on.
So just scream at Jeff.
Let me check.
Hey, we know it's a real live stream now.
It's
It's
true.
official.
We had our audio problem. It's red on me.
Red?
Yeah, it's red.
Hold on.
What does red mean?
Red means usually danger, stop.
Right.
Be concerned of your surroundings.
Oh, okay. So
So
now-
should I be concerned?
Now the
I
stream
think
doesn't
it's
know what
if it's
red
red and you say red should be concerning, I think we should be concerned.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned that people may not be hearing me through the mic.
They can hear you through my mic. I can give you mine.
No.
We can share it.
means. No, you just scream at Jeff. You can't.
That's not unusual.
What? I do not. No.
His mic's off. He can't defend himself.
Oh, you know what?
What'd you do?
I don't know. I pressed the pair button. Not
Oh.
like a fruit, but pair with a device.
Or like a pair of sandals?
Oh,
Big if true.
that's a true point.
No, I think that's
it's
wrong.
green. It's flashing green and red.
That's both good and bad.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Hold on. It's going green and red. Okay. We'll fix this in just a second. In the meanwhile, Jeffrey Bard, tell us a little bit about the experiences that we will be showcasing at PAX. Now, one important thing to note at PAX is that, and one of the reasons why August only had one live stream is because we will have a bunch of live streams coming from PAX, showing real life, real time gameplay footage of people at PAX getting to experience the demo. You guys are going to be able to share in that experience, watching on our Twitch channel. We actually have a panel as well.
We do.
On Sunday, that's going to be live streamed on the front page of Twitch
Which is gonna be awesome.
for the entire hour. We're going to have a very cool announcement made at this panel that I think you guys will like. We have a special guest that'll be showing up at this panel as well that I think you guys will like, and that's from noon to 1. Noon to 1. And that's also going to be showcased on the PAX West channels as well.
Yeah.
So
It's going to be hard to miss us.
That's true. That's true.
Fair point.
That is true. Am I good yet?
I think it's still.
I'm still.
You are now.
It says parent. Oh.
Oh,
Hello.
look at this, Michael
Mr.
Bacon.
Bacon. Oh wait, no,
Sorry.
I'm attached. You just dragged me off. Okay, let me hook this baby up. And we're coming in hot with the mic.
Look at this live
I'm
transition.
sorry. Oops. And we should be good. Okay, sorry about that. So Sunday noon to 1. Additionally, will be, I believe, we have a Twitch interview that Sunday as well at 2:15.
2:15, maybe 2:30. It's like an hour
I think
between.
it was 2:15 to 2:30.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll get that out there. The schedule is going to be out there. But on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we have a Shoutcast box at our booth at PAX that will be showing kind of alternately every couple of hours. Just some gameplay, a little chat, 30-minute, what's going on.
Hopefully get some guests in, talk to some people.
And we have a great video crew that's actually going to be at PAX Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they're going to be releasing nightly kind of recap of the day. Which will be about a 5 or 6 minute long video each day, and then we'll have an overall recap of the event, stuff we announced, just gameplay footage, the whole experience. If you guys aren't able to make it, you can live vicariously through the videos. Right? Yeah.
Trying to share as much as we possibly can.
Exactly. So, you'll also notice
some
pretty cool merchandise. Wait, you guys got to turn around.
Wait.
It's a little weird.
This is a little weird.
Do a little there you go.
We gotta actually do this kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Do like the Akuma pose.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
It's like a little dynamic pose.
I know.
That was nice.
Well, I wanted them to see it. I didn't want to be out of the picture.
Those look good. We don't have our hats here though right now.
No hats.
We don't have hats. We're going to have lanyards. We're going to have exclusive pins. We're going to have mouse pads. All of these merchandise will become available on the website as well. So you guys who aren't going to be able to make it, obviously, can start ordering merchandise pretty soon if you feel so inclined.
Yeah.
Super comfy.
I highly recommend these things.
Yeah.
They're really comfy.
They do look very soft.
They're very soft.
Peter.
Oh, it fits right in.
Yes.
It's like a second layer.
You're so soft.
It's natural.
All right, cool. We have some stuff to show you. Let's if we want to, Mr. Bacon, show some of that stuff. Well, should we go full steam with the?
I think we should save that for the last.
Okay, let's go soft first.
Soft first.
Okay,
We'll go Peter first.
Oh, but let's go with the compilation. The compilation that you put together. Yeah. Unbelievable.
What do you mean?
Just unbelievable. No, I'm just
Believe it, baby.
believe it. Okay, here we go. This is some work in progress. Just imagine pre-alpha flashing out at you very strongly, repetitively pre-alpha.
We're still doing a lot of work.
Yes, this is all. Oh, there we go. What are we looking at here?
So that is one of our corrupted bird people shaman.
Yeah. Oh, is that the shaman? I think the shaman's the next one, I thought.
Oh, is he the next one?
There,
Oh, yeah, he's the next one. Sorry.
That's the shaman. So these are two of the NPCs that people are going to experience in our world. These are kind of corrupt, ugly-looking, angry things. Okay, let's pause it here.
We can't pause. Just go. Just go.
Oh, we can't pause?
Go fast. Go
Oh my
fast.
gosh, we can't pause. Stop reading the train. This is some concept. Why can't we pause? It doesn't pause? That's crazy. This is the fire and ice. Oh my gosh.
Caravan.
Let's
This is a
restart
caravan.
it. Okay, wait. We can't control it at all? We can't control it. Hold on.
breaks.
This is just too powerful. That's the
We
thing.
are too powerful.
Oh, we're too powerful. There you go.
We just make time move forward.
Okay, guys, hold on. We'll figure this out.
I could put it into a different window.
Yeah, put it into like a Windows Media Viewer or something. That way we can have some control over it. Yeah, so let's talk about the NPCs there, the Birdmen. As is a common theme in Ashes of Creation, you're going to see creatures that were once these beautiful, magnificent things kind of corrupt by this malevolent present that is
Dark force
exactly.
that has.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Look at that
cool that
cursor. It's like an hourglass.
I hope you guys are seeing this because
I'm mesmerized.
It's like an
like all the
It's an
stars.
allegory for how fast the time went in the video.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know what you guys are seeing.
That's the.
Are they seeing this?
He's
they're
seeing
seeing
that.
this.
Yeah, that's a window capture.
Oh, okay.
So that's the Chrome. Let's change that window to the media viewer. Is there a media viewer? Oh, don't look at the PAX waterfall stat progression system. Everyone, close your eyes. Don't look.
This truly is an inside look.
Don't look at that. Oh, okay. All
We're
right.
gonna show it fast. and
Yeah,
be
you'll
on the
just show it
ball.
fast. Let's just
We
start
know
over
now,
again.
so I think
Start
we're
over.
mentally
We're prepared.
right?
That's okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna go through this real quick.
We're gonna do this.
If I talk fast,
Right.
it's a result of the the media file. We have to keep up with it.
So, anyways, the creatures that you're going to experience in Ashes of Creation oftentimes will be presented as this corrupt kind of what would have been a potentially beautiful creature, but is corrupted by the malevolent presence that's
that is
in there.
betraying
Exactly.
creation.
Exactly. And here you see, different classes of these NPCs, right? And that's shown through some subtle differences in the textures, some additional components that are present on the skeleton itself. Here we have two of our finished concept art renditions
pieces
for the archer and the cleric that are going to be playable at PAX. So we'll have printouts of those as well. We have a reveal, the fire and ice elemental skins. This is the skins, and there you go.
Now we're on the caravans.
Now we're on the caravan. This is a caravan that was modeled by Chris Atkins, one of our newest additions. He did an amazing job here. I mean, it looks really good.
So this is another
This is
this is a critter.
Speed Stream. Okay, those are critters that Michael Bacon both concepted, modeled, and animated.
Yep.
He is a
multidisciplinary fellow.
He is a multi-trick pony, and this is him. These are these little critters, kind of animated and running around. And now these aren't going to be targetable. These are just kind of elements of the environment, right? These kind of give flavor, a little bit of character to the environment. You're going to see, them kind of running around,
doing their thing, trying to find food.
Exactly. You want some, get some right here, right?
Yeah.
Little Starship Troopers. No? Okay, here's going to take a real quick look at this. This is our alpha UI, so this is very unpolished. It's showing some of the skills that are available. You can see next up, I think we have this is our arena alpha UI. So this is where players are going to be able to fight each other 4v4. You're going to see stats like kills and captures, damage done. Here you see the tank sword and shield. The sword done by Michael Bacon, the shield by Javier Perez. This has kind of a lion theme, and you can now see the bow that was modeled by John and concepted by Jeff. And here you see some more of the merchandise. That's going to be present on the website soon.
Wow, that was exhausting.
Oh my gosh. Let me take a drink. Any water? No, those are like
These are all new.
Oh, they are new?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Let's show a little bit of that was fun. That was fun.
It's like a challenge.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure someone is going to cut this all up and freeze frame on all these things, and you'll get a rendition on the forums of this and/or on Discord.
Because our community is awesome.
And the community is amazing. That is true, and they are very particular on all this content that gets released. Let's show and we'll show it twice, so people can kind of see it. We're going to show you the array of new animations and effects within and let me set the stage for the arena. Our arena system, which you guys have probably already heard, is both a control point arena system that involves capturing the control points via the means of destroying those statues, and it then will summon the statue of your team, right? And also by killing opponents will gain points for you, and the most amount of points at the end of a time limit will win. So here you're going to see the mage go through their array of new animations that are going to be present at PAX. The abilities.
Yep.
And seeing that statue, that default statue, get destroyed, and then the team statue getting summoned. Right? So let's take a look at that if we can. All right. There we go. Very cool. So here she's kind of running out. We're still working on some of the cloth physics, and her skin tone's going to get a little touch up. But there's the default status.
So this one has not been claimed yet.
Correct. Little obelisk. Doing the combo effect on the spell book with some icing. I don't know why I need to be ice. There you go. Look at that. Doing those combos. And then her team statue will be summoned in its place. You like those effects? Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Team 1 is starting to get their
They got
points.
35 points. Let's show it one more time. Let's go through it one more time. So teams are going to start behind this barrier. The match will begin. They will move out. Now you have an opportunity and a strategy here to decide if you're going to immediately go for these statues to accrue points over time and to gain the capture points. But if you do so, you could be left vulnerable to the opposing team coming and trying to kill you, right? Or potentially gathering their own points via the center statue, which is worth more both on a capture point basis as well as in accrual. You're seeing the combo system at play as well. So the weapon ability for the mage is being used. You hit those combos, you're going to have added damage effects, condition modifiers that are going to be applied.
And then as you're using your combo, you're building up that focus. And once that's full, that's when you saw her use her Earthquake, which is called her ultimate.
Yes, absolutely. So there you go. A little preview in the Mage. This is going to be a 4v4 arena that is present at PAX, and people will have some fun with that. Pretty cool. So we have some questions. Now I know, yes. Did somebody say something?
There was audio that was, we couldn't really hear you talking through that whole, just doing the effects.
Oh.
Oh.
So like people were like, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh no.
Well, that's cool.
That's
Well,
good
you
to
couldn't
know.
hear any of that. That's all right.
I'm sorry you couldn't hear me.
It was a good narration too. You missed out.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh well, that's fine. So we, in the previous streams, we kind of didn't really have a lot of time for Q&A. So I think today we're going to answer some questions that have been posed on the forums,
Yep.
as well as questions that are on Discord. So let's go ahead and start with the forums. Yeah.
Pull that up. Okay, first one is from Ferryman. If most items will be player crafted, it can easily lead to situations where loot tables will be extremely poor and narrow. So how will you make loot tables rich and interesting?
These two things work together, right?
Absolutely.
You won't be able to get everything from pulling it out of the ground. You won't be able to get all of your resources from, farming. There are things that only creatures are going to have, and you're going to have to go out and get those. And so there's kind of a feedback system between those things. The people who are going out and adventuring need the equipment from the crafters, and the crafters need the things that the adventurers are going to bring back.
Right.
So there's definitely a reason to go out and try to get that kind of loot. And also, there are going to be items that can drop from creatures that you're going to want to chase after.
Absolutely.
So all of that is kind of pretty interrelated and meshed.
Yeah, and because we're putting an emphasis on the crafting and player craftable items and gear, doesn't mean that the relevance of dropped items from monsters or from dungeons or from quests are going to be irrelevant, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, those
There's a place for them.
They're going to be
And-
sought after. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, next one from Karthos. If your guild owns a castle and you develop the region around that, can you still be a citizen of another node's metropolis or vice versa? Help develop a castle if you're already a citizen of a node.
Yes. So citizenship and node viability around castles are two different components. The citizenship of the nodes that exist around a castle are related specifically to your membership within the guild that owns the castle. You are by de facto then a citizen of those nodes that are dedicated purely to the castle. And those don't operate like normal nodes. Other players that exist within the what do we got? Other players that exist within the world who are not members of that guild cannot become citizens of those castle nodes. Only guild members are citizens of the castle nodes, and that citizenship exists with their other normal citizenship that's out in the world. And then the whole point of those nodes is going to be on a weekly basis leading up to the siege for that castle. Those nodes need to be built up in order to achieve certain defense perimeters for the castle siege that exists at the end of the month.
And then we also talked about how those individual nodes will also have opportunities for sieges that are outside of the normal.
Yes,
node
and those
sieges.
occur in the preceding weeks to the siege.
Right.
So there are 3 nodes associated with the castle. Node 1 will have its siege automated at the end of week 1, and then node 2 at the end of week 2, node 3 at the end of week 3, and then the castle siege at the end of week 4.
Right, and depending on how well the guild does in defending those things, results in better defenses for the castle.
Correct.
So
Or
so
for
the
the
goal,
attacker.
right? Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Good question.
So next one from Unknown System Error.
Good
Question
name.
about in-game marriage ceremonies. Will they be instanced to prevent antisocial behavior? I like the phrasing. So basically, are they going to be instanced so that you can prevent griefing of a marriage ceremony?
No, not at the moment, and I don't think in the future. I think that I don't know. We haven't really discussed marriage ceremony per se. There's a
Right.
marriage mechanic, but the marriage ceremony itself, that would be something more role play oriented.
Right.
And those role play situations might be best confined within cities and or temples or you know,
or
somewhere
you know,
that's
a
not
person's
dangerous.
public house or something
Right.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. That would be probably the best way to do it. I would imagine.
I'd agree.
Unless you want the griefers to come and then you can smack them down
Yeah.
with your groom's party or your
There you go.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That'd be fun.
That would be fun, actually.
Silver Rain asks, have you thought of implementing live events in the world, somewhere GMs might even participate, such as EQ and Asheron's Call?
That's something we've definitely talked about. It's our plan going forward to have places like that. We want the world to feel alive, and part of that is involving GMs. I think that's something that kind of got lost along the way in the MMO genre. It's not easy to support, right? There's good reasons for that, but if you do it right, I think those are some really memorable moments, and we're really striving to make that happen.
And we currently have a system in place that involves GMs on location, and that is the Phoenix Initiative, right? Where the city hall within nodes is going to be kind of an instance location where people who are members of the Phoenix Initiative can kind of go in.
Right.
They'll have exclusive cosmetic items that are available for being a part of the Phoenix Initiative that might be, limited time within a month or whatever. And GMs will be present in their off
Right.
time on the server's location within that kind of instance. Yeah. So we already have mechanics in place that allow for a location for the GM to kind of hang out.
Right.
And those are for the Phoenix Initiative guys.
Okay, so the next question, kind of broad. How are you planning to motivate players for PK or PvP?
Well, there's a couple of ways. I mean, in my opinion, being a somewhat competitive player myself, those are the players you don't necessarily have to motivate as much.
Right.
Usually their motivation is self-found, but we do have mechanics in place that motivate for conflict, I guess. One of those systems is in our flagging system in the open world. If you die as a non-combatant, you're taking the normal death penalties. Whereas if you die as a combatant, you take half the death penalties. So there's an incentive there for when conflict arises, players to reciprocate and defend themselves, knowing that they'll mitigate some of those death penalties, right? Additionally, there are rewards to be had for sieging nodes. There are boons to be gained by capturing castles. There's natural incentives that exist within the world that are benefits, rewards, boons for people to vie for.
Caravan system, resources, there's all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Next question is from Peter Vanima. Great name. Will there be a quality system in place for items?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Thanks, Peter.
Good question.
All right. Devon Meep. Will there be player-owned watercraft to hunt oversea trade routes?
Player-owned watercraft, does that mean ships?
Ships.
Yeah, absolutely. There are ships.
Yeah, that's part of the stretch goal.
There are ships and there are waterborne caravans, which take the place of ships as well. There will be
Just a horse with carriers.
it's just
Swimming.
floating. It has like those hovercraft inflatable things. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Or skis.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Pretty good.
Poor horse.
And then there's raid activity that will be present on the ocean, both from a PvE perspective as well as PvP objectives potentially in the ocean. There's dungeons that will exist under the water, and those can relate both from a above water element component as well as underwater components, having that duality there.
But yeah, definitely ships are in.
Yes,
For sure.
Confirmed.
confirmed.
Jazz and Blues. Will guilds have levels so members can complete tasks to level the guild up?
Yes, absolutely. Guilds have a very in-depth system associated with it, both from a point accrual system that goes into unlocking certain advancements for its members and or hierarchies, as well as levels that then gain access for those points to be distributed as the guild gains levels.
Right.
There's a lot of components to building up guilds. Because we're a non-faction based game, there needs to be tools in place for communities to form. Those tools become the citizenship of nodes, become the membership of guilds, become the social organizations.
Right.
Those are the ways that players can identify themselves within social organizations because they don't have necessarily a faction.
And help to create gameplay goals, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if depending on what my guild wants to do, kind of determines what I'm going to be doing during the day.
And what you are doing is left to your own prerogative,
Right.
which is important because oftentimes, I've said in the past, factions, I feel, kind of pigeonhole me into one direction,
Right.
and I don't want to.
Yeah, it takes away the organicness
listen
of the
to
world.
One direction. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
One Direction?
Yeah.
I was going to say something.
Next one by Rioten. Will we be able to watch or bet on arena matches?
This is
Gambling.
something we've talked about.
This is
It is something we've talked about. There was a game I played, as many of you probably know, called Lineage 2.
Really?
And yes. Did
What's
you not know
that?
that?
No.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a good game. Anyways, remember there was a racetrack?
I do.
And you could bet on the racetrack.
Yep.
Now it was so sad because it was a fun mechanic, but there was little reward. So
Right.
it was just kind of,
Yeah, it just
it was just there.
Right.
But it
You
would
did
be
it once.
it would be cool to have some type of, we have tavern games.
Right.
Right? We've got that was unlocked in the Kickstarter. But I guess system generated like horse racing / bunny racing. I don't know, just stuff that lets the
Bunny
players.
Bunny racing.
Hey, demon bunny racing.
That's cool.
I don't know.
I mean, playing the bunny was pretty fun. So.
That was pretty fun. That was really fun.
Okay, Jay Alabaster. Will the Tolnar have exoskeleton features available for manipulation in the character creation suite?
It's a very specific question.
Very specific.
Well, I don't know about exoskeleton, but
Scales.
right. I guess scales, fur,
Yeah.
snout, protrusion.
Tolnar is probably not going to have like chitin, like insecty,
Right.
bony kind of things, but you'll see fur, you'll see scales, you'll see kind of flesh.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. There's definitely going to be visual exterior features that are present for the character creation screen to kind of manipulate those things, geared towards one of the three categories that the Tolnar exists within, which is humanoid, reptilian, or mammalian.
Right.
Those features will be kind of dialable by the creator. But from the perspective of and like you said, insectoid, there's no insectoid.
It's not really the
so,
direction
yeah.
there, yeah. T Elf. When will us non-attendees of PAX be able to purchase those items you will be giving out or selling at the event?
You will likely begin to be able to purchase those a few days before PAX begins. Probably either during PAX or a few days before PAX they'll go up.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Very
On to
cool.
Discord.
On to Discord. Let us see what questions have occurred. Which channel? Oh, there we go. Live Q&A. Alrighty. We are on Discord, and we are answering some questions. We have a question from Enmity Goat.
Like the name.
I like the name, and there are many goats under the question and in the question itself, which is awesome because
So
goats
many
are cool
bonus
animals.
points.
I love goats. Will you be able to adjust the speed that a caravan travels and caravan buffs? So there will be caravan buffs that can be attributed to caravans that are launched within a node that has leveled up and or built certain components that grant benefits to caravans launched within its proximity, and or benefits that are granted by the owning castle of the region towards those caravan routes that exist under its purview. Those buffs may include heightened hit points, heightened armor, different kind of components that relate to trade should the owner of the castle choose to go that route. Additionally, Caravans are constructed by the accumulation of components that are craftable,
Right.
such as wheels, carriage, chassis, types of mounts that you're going to use. And perhaps when you're traveling on the road, those caravans will have a certain speed. If you were to go off-road, the speed might be reduced. Certain wheels could help with that type of debuff you might
Right.
receive. The caravans are going to be a highly customizable, both from an appearance standpoint as well as a component and mechanical standpoint on how they operate.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Very good question. And very in-depth system. Okay. Question from Tug O War. At Peter and Steven, not at Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry. We know that there's gathering, processing, and crafting. Approximately how many crafting professions do you intend to release? That's a very good question.
I'm just going to sit here and drink my water.
Jeff. Tug of War, I can't give you an exact answer on that at the moment. There are a lot of professions that we have in mind, and maybe all of them will not make the cut, but there's going to be a very diverse set of those professions. I would say it's safe to say over a dozen.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
It's just about like how they fit together, right?
absolutely. So it's that's a tough question at this point, Tug of War, to answer. There's a lot right now, and we'll see what all makes the cutting board. Okay. Let's see. Wow, Enmity Goat. How did he get so many questions in with a 10-minute slow mode activated? You, sir, are a wizard. Okay. As events are able to simply pocket those funds or force spend them. Okay, Enmity. Oh, no. This is Enmity Guildheart. This is a different person, but from the same guild.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I just read Enmity. Okay, Intrepid Studios at Peter and Steven. I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't know. I do not know.
I should just leave.
Maybe, maybe you're not online in Discord. Who knows? Okay. So it says, regarding guild castles, you've stated that castles would be able to tax their respective nodes and enhance their defenses. Are guilds able to simply pocket those funds, or are we forced to spend them on the node defenses? Okay, that's a very good question. So one of the things interesting about how taxes, both from a node perspective, a guild perspective, an organizational perspective, and a castle perspective, relates to the owner of those, each respective organizations, is that they're not just going to be able to pocket all the funds.
Right.
Some of those will be held within a bank, so to speak, that must be distributed and allocated towards certain types of advancements or skill purchases or
Right.
defenses or whatever, and you're going to have to allocate from that bank.
Yeah.
Right?
That gold is intended to fund the castle, the node, whatever it is that is generating those funds. They go right back into it. It's not intended to be like a money-raising situation for a guild.
Now, that's not to say that there won't be some component of money raising for individuals. Maybe a small portion of different types of mechanics will be involved to give players money or riches from certain things, but it won't be at all
Not
to
like
the
that.
degree.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good question. Okay, let's go with. We already answered that one. The access and game leaderboard videos. Okay. Romar Q asks, will AOC have a way for the players to access in-game leaderboards, raids, PvP, arenas via the website or any other kind of API? I think during through the website, I would love to have a robust system that's present to show players. I think it was right there. To show players their stats, basically. Stats that are accrued through many different mediums within the game, right?
Yeah.
Like whether it be the arena system,
Right.
Whether it be like progress that they've made in certain quests and stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, we want that data to kind of be accessible to people because I think it's cool when you feel like you've accomplished something and you can go and see that, oh, I actually did accomplish something. So,
Absolutely. So I think we're going to be focusing on our own
right.
system in place for that. Cheesy. Will gear have things such as passive and or active abilities? Yes. Some gear sets will include passive and or activatable abilities. Xylo asks,
will penguins be a pet that one can get? I don't see why not. There's potential, right?
Yeah,
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Penguins may show themselves
I love how they
in
walk.
one form or another.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's.
Creations penguins.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, let's see. How about this one? From Hoax. Will caravans drop loot or a percentage of what is being carried? Absolutely, caravans will.
That's the whole reason why you might want to attack one is to go and grab that stuff for yourself.
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Mike died.
Oh yeah, I see it's
My
red.
mic die?
Yeah.
You're having a hard time today, man.
Dude, my mic is having some troubles.
That's crazy.
Maybe my voice is just too powerful.
That's probably true.
That was probably not captured by the mic, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, guys.
Here, we can share.
The stream has had enough of me today. Oh,
Make it
this,
awkward.
This baby's dead.
Is he?
Yeah. This thing is trying to give its last sound. Sorry.
Sorry, Mike. Here, you can use mine.
Okay, we can chat together.
Yeah.
It's like a hey, why doesn't yours have a little?
I don't know.
Oh, there was one on my desk. I guess that's where.
Oh, really? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Try this one again.
Oh, try this one again. All right, never mind. Trying one again. Oh, it's green.
Oh,
You like green.
Testing.
Green is better than red.
Hello. Just put this right there. We're good to go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Where were we?
We were talking about caravans and looting them.
Oh, looting them, right. Yeah. So percentage, so it depends on the caravan, right? If the caravan has goods associated with the player or if they're a quest caravan, right? Some way, shape, or form, either you're going to get a percentage of the goods that were being transited or you're going to get some type of benefit from a quest-oriented caravan that could be material related or, not. Depends
there's
on
a reward, no matter
right.
what.
Enmity Goat asks, how will PAX gameplay differ from Alpha Zero? Which I love Alpha Zero, that we've kind of adopted that term.
Alpha to zero.
It feels
it sounds
to me
very
like
Mega Man.
I was just gonna
Exactly,
say
yeah.
very Mega.
It feels to me when discussing like alphas and betas and stuff that during game development over the past like decade, it's like alpha has been a changing term to reflect
Different things.
different things.
Depending on, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's interesting. So what's the question was, how will gameplay differ from PAX and Alpha Zero? So I think that our milestones ahead of us, our kind of roadmap includes expansion out from a starting point. Right?
Yeah. The PAX demo is actually a really contained 10 to 15 minute experience because we need to show a lot of people stuff. So it's really focused, really contained, kind of shows off kind of the cool systems we've got.
Yes.
Alpha Zero is going to be more of the game.
Yes.
So it's going to be a
Taking
different
those other
experience.
zones that we've created and stitching them kind of
Right.
together to create a bigger experience, basically. Yeah, and working out from the stuff we've completed at this
Right.
point. And, yeah, a little bit different. Okay. Death Hammerthorn asks, can Peter's socks be in the merchandise store, please?
I was going to say something about those
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah,
They're
those
pretty
are,
sweet.
Those are pretty sweet socks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wear socks because I wear sandals,
That's fair.
which is the master race footwear.
Oh wow!
Well, sandals are
rough.
what they are.
All right. Well,
Master footwear. Okay. Shune asks, at what level will we be able to equip the new awesome merchandise in game?
what?
Wait, like this sweater? This
Like
sweet
this-
sweater?
This?
Are you talking about cosmetics? Cosmetics don't really.
I don't know.
have-
She can't respond.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. She can respond to me. Just think really hard.
Okay.
How do we know it's a she?
I don't
Could be
know.
a he.
Might be a he.
Unbelievable. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that one. I don't think there's levels associated right now with the cosmetic merchandise that's available in the stores. Okay. How complex? Jay Alabaster.
Hey.
How complex will the AI be for creatures? Will we see creatures hunting in packs and other moving in herds?
It's definitely something we are planning on doing. We've got
Yes.
a whole system of ecology that we are focusing on. We want the population to not be static, or as not static as we can make it.
Right.
So
There you go. Jay sneaking 2 questions in the stream.
Really? Where?
I laud your efforts.
Oh, is that in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
He had a forum question.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, where? Okay. Here we go. Question. Let me try to scroll down because I know there's a lot of people asking, and I just want to be able to get to them. Okay. Kizu Kitsu asks, how many suns and moons will the world have? Any chance that we could get an eclipse?
an eclipse is definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That'd be like an environmental kind of event, I guess, associated perhaps with
I have some of my own internal stretch goals, so
nice,
that might be part of it.
very flexible.
Yeah.
Like some
Touch my
yoga stuff?
toes.
Yes. Okay, so the answer to that is potentially yes on the eclipse. And suns and moons? Can't answer that right now. I can't reveal that. Really.
No.
I mean, yeah. Okay, question from just Jamesy Pandora from the EU. Will combat power in PvX come from a character's base stats or the stats from equipped gear? Or can you give us an idea of the balance between the two? That's a great question. To answer your first part of that, it comes from a combination of both stats and equipped gear, as well as the base skills stats.
Right.
And its level of progression. A balance between the two, that's something that will be discovered in our alphas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at PAX. Here we go. We have a question from Emnit, no, wait, where it is? Sendolt. Here we go. Sendolt, will there be some kind of RNG involved in the damage that you deal / heal that you provide? And does your positioning related to your opponent matter in how much damage you will deal? Such as damage from the back being more effective.
Not generally, at least for positionals. There will be skills that require positioning, but let's say I use my tank combo, right, and that's not tagged for being a positional skill. I won't do more damage from behind than from the front. It's a really cool idea. I like it, but it's probably not super where we're going with our combat system.
Right. RNG in regards to damage, there are definitely some percentage factors that relate to, for example, critical
Critical hits.
and how often they appear.
Right.
That's a form of RNG, and it does determine outgoing damage.
Yep. Some skills with ranges.
Right. There's also some evasion for non-templated skills, non-action-oriented skills that could relate to evasion. Acolytes, Scalagrim 42. Can we just refer to Stephen as the destroyer of mics now?
We can.
Fair. Yeah.
Steven.
The destroyer
of mics.
I like it. Okay, question from Going Hams.
Going hams.
Going Hams. Oh, Going Hams. Got it. Okay. Are you guys comfortable with the game release schedule? I am scared that Ashes will turn into another huge, and he spells huge with a Y, Kickstarter game constantly 2 years away from release. Cough, cough, Star Citizen, cough, cough. Excuse me, I'm sorry I coughed so much. Please hold on. Comfort. No, I am not concerned. As a matter of fact, I'm actually quite impressed by the capability and dedication and passion that our team has. It is absolutely remarkable to see over these, especially past 2 months now, just how much of themselves is being put into this game and making this really a never before seen. I mean, 3 months after Kickstarter, we are going to have this size of a playable demo that's available at a large event like PAX, where we're going to be center stage with the largest booth possible there, an awesome looking presentation, and a really cool and fun playable demo. I think that is a feat.
Yeah, no, it's without a doubt a feat. I mean, we've gotten so much done over the summer that I feel incredibly good about about our future milestones.
Yes.
You know, we have a clear path, we have a clear strategy, and we are nailing it so far. So
Yeah, and I think one of the great
I mean, things happen, right? But
right. One of the great things about the team here at Intrepid is we've made very sure that people who are coming on board are passionate about MMORPGs and have a history developing MMORPGs.
Right.
So we're aware of the pitfalls that come with that kind of development.
and we represent a clean slate for a lot of
Yes,
people. So
absolutely, yeah, very exciting. So good question. Okay, question from let's say from Enda Lol. Will you be partnering with streamers to help make the game? And if so, how are these streamers able to market the game, sorry. To help
I was like, make the game.
to help market the game, and if so, how are the streamers able to contact you? So streamers, press, media are able to contact us through pr@intrepidstudios.com. P as in
Peter?
press or Peter. There you go. Nice. I like it. Public relations. Sorry.
There you go.
Public relations. pr@intrepidstudios.com. Yeah, absolutely. I think a very important part of marketing to the MMORPG community in general is by utilizing influencers. That's been a very predominant marketing method that's arose over the past however many years. Additionally, we have a few other means of marketing, and our referral rewards program is a pretty capable system that rewards our players for helping us to
And
spread
our
the word.
streamers.
And our streamers,
yeah.
absolutely. Okay, another question from,
Is that goat again?
where? Another goat. Oh my gosh. I can tell because there's a goat there. Okay. Oh, here's one specifically for Jeffrey and excludes me and Peter.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah, there you go. From Cortan. Jeffrey.
Yes.
Will gear durability have visual decay to show it's being lowered, such as BDO's broken armor?
That is amazing. I like the idea a lot, but it requires a lot of resources. The way that we're building our equipment system right now on the art side makes that a possibility, but it's something I really don't want to promise yet because that is effort that might be better spent somewhere else.
Right.
So I want to say I could see it happening, but I don't want to say it's part of the plan yet.
One important note about that as well is if it did become a feature, it would most certainly be a feature that's disableable by the user, not to render that, because it can be pretty taxing on the system if you move into a zone
Right, and
that
all of
has
a sudden there's a
100
zillion
different
different ways
people
to
with
load.
different statuses on their armor. So yeah, a big important part of development in Ash of Creation is understanding that we are a massive oriented game.
Yeah, we want to get a lot of people on the screen at the same time. So
Absolutely. Okay, awesome. So, Como, no. Okay, Como. Como asks, will there be a way of making the holy golden Steven sandals when you max out the blacksmithing profession?
it's not necessarily going to be blacksmithing.
Right, wouldn't it be like
And
leather
could you
work?
really craft the holy sandals? Wouldn't
Right,
they
I
have
feel
to
like
be
they'd be a legendary...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Legendary item that's
No,
discovered.
I think you'd have to craft that.
Really?
Yeah, that's going to be an epic crafting
You'd have to get
quest,
the
man.
legendary piece of the
Oh,
sandal.
Right,
that's true.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, like the thong strap.
I already have that quest written.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're good to
I
go.
like it.
There we go.
That's cool.
It's in the pocket.
Very good. Okay, Raya Sky Crew. Oh my gosh, that's from the movie show The 100. I watched that last year. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good, actually.
Did you watch
I
that?
did, I
Sky
did.
Crew.
Yeah.
You are Sky Crew. I am Tree Crew. No, that's very funny.
Oh, man.
Okay, sorry about that. Raya Sky Crew. Do you plan on an esports scene?
I don't think so. I mean, I'd like
Plan on it? No, but
it could happen.
it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
I think esports can distract from a core idea, and that's not what we intended to make when we started making Ashes of Creation.
Right.
If it happens to be the case that it becomes a really good game for something like that, then we're not going to say no. But
Absolutely.
but you know, other products down the line after Ashes of Creation, all things are open. So.
Indigo from the Empire asks, have you decided if you are going to PAX South? So we haven't made any announcement about our future plans for this upcoming year, but there will be some additional venues that we go to in the convention scene.
Yep,
And PAX South could be a part of that, including potentially PAX East or Comic-Con, GDC.
Yep.
You know, those conventions. Absolutely is a possibility. Okay, let's get a couple more questions in. Okay. Max asks, can I be a pirate?
Like in real life, or like
Oh, that's a good question in real life.
I mean,
I wouldn't recommend it.
right, dangerous.
Yeah, it's
Very
not-
dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. But in the game, you could potentially be a pirate.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of built into the system, actually.
because you
like,
could just
if you
destroy shit.
Think about
destroy
it.
the
Yeah.
trade ships.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So yes, you could be a pirate.
Do you,
Now, will
Max?
that get you a lot of friends?
Pirate friends.
Pirate
friends.
friends. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Who will stab you in the back the first moment.
Yeah, that's part of the code, right?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Unless you
Okay.
ask for a parlay, then you're good.
Okay. Question from Herdo. Can we perform pickpocketing on other players? No. Cannot pickpocket, really.
No.
Unless it were like a specific quest, but then it wouldn't be like players, it would be like NPCs. And if we, I mean, there's a potential where players could be a part of a quest on the holder side and a part of that same quest on the pickpocket side, and you could pickpocket a quest item
Like a
to
little cat and
achieve-
mouse.
Yeah, like a cat and mouse kind of quest.
We could do something like that,
Yeah.
but
It's not
yeah,
really part of
general,
society.
yeah,
It's not like a huge
It's not
system.
going to be. It's
But
not going to be a
like-
system.
It won't be a
Right.
system, but
Yeah.
it could be like, say, for instance, you have the Wizards Academy Society. I'm just
Right.
theory crafting live.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing it live.
This is
We're doing
happening
it
live.
It's happening live.
It's happening
We're doing it
live.
I'm just trying to think of like how these societies can interact. One of the things we may have discussed in the past is if you have a member of a competing organization such as the Wizards Academy, and you have a member of perhaps the Thieves Guild,
Right.
those could be settings of allegiance that would allow for pickpocketing of the wizard person to gain a quest item and achieve perhaps a hierarchy benefit or progression within the Thieves Guild or something.
It's
like
definitely possible.
that. Yeah. But that might be a cool system. Anyways, sorry, I like to theory craft live.
He does.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So let us do one last question. One
Better be a
last
good one.
question. This is going to be a good one.
That one's got a lot of emojis on it.
Yeah, this one does have a lot of emojis. Perhaps we should.
Is it good?
Well, I'm just trying to find if it's good or not. It's from Saruman, so it's probably not that good. But
Nice.
I'm just kidding, Saru. Okay, now we have to ask the question because I was mean. Intrepid Studios, listen here in all caps. At Jeffrey and Steven, maybe even Peter.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with
See,
this.
there you go. So maybe you. We'll determine.
I'll stay
that.
out for now.
You just spoke about perhaps betting on arenas. Let me blow your mind. A mystical screen that shows the current arena battles that you can change the channel to. You can bet on a specific channel on a specific team from a tavern. Alternatively, having people be in the arenas as spectators that take up a seat and can manually bet from the arena as well. Would you consider this implemented? So the only downside to that type of implementation is you could have people throwing the match, and the gold contained would have to be separate of any system generated gold, right? So it would have to be just a zero-sum game of the bets that would pay out to the
Yeah, I mean, throwing the
participants.
match is the hardest part.
Yeah, that's
Just-
tough.
It's a tough hurdle.
Yeah, we've had that
We've
conversation.
talked about that a lot. It's just-
A lot, and trying to find ways to,
Because you
to
can do
mitigate
like,
that and prevent that from
okay,
happening.
take up
Right.
names, but by gear you can tell sometimes.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like it's difficult.
The only downside of having systems in place that rely on the players is you must rely on those players being honest and not
Which is
corrupt,
difficult.
which is
Right.
all of us as MMORPG players know if there's a way to break something,
Right.
people will
Right.
find it.
Yes.
Now that's not to say that players couldn't organize their own betting. You know,
Absolutely.
like that's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a possibility.
Yeah.
That's something we've talked about too, is to keep us out of the system, and then any risk that bettor has is kind of on their own, and we just stay out of it.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's something we're still talking about.
Yes. Very good question. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We have a pretty cool schedule lined up for the 1st through the 4th with regards to a whole bunch of live content that we're going to be streaming from Seattle.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have daily videos that are going to be released on our YouTube channel. So stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of fun gameplay being shown. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today, and there's a lot more where that came from. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you soon from Seattle.
See you.
Bye, everybody.